Okay, so anyways, today I was going to talk about crossing the road. Now, a lot of people when they cross the road, they like to, cross at the intersection, and that's where you're quote supposed to cross at. That's where they say it's safer to cross there. They say it's just we're supposed to cross. If you don't cross there, you're jaywalking, and they even put like a little button or a little thing where it'll give you like this hand, like this orange hand, and then it'll give you the person walking, then it'll show you the hand blinking, and sometimes it'll have like a countdown thing next to it. And so I'm thinking, crossing at the intersection, is that really the safer option? I mean, when you cross at the intersection, you have to look at four different directions traffic could be going, and then which way the other cars are turning, and it's just so confusing. But when you're off little bit, you just have to wait until you get a clearing. You just have to look two ways. Wait till you get a clearing both ways, and then cross. It's so much simpler. Like, once I was at the intersection waiting to cross, I saw a guy a little ways down. He was just going to cross where he was. Because it's just easier like that, and it's safer anyway. I don't know why people always say it's safer, but it's really not. It's like, do people see you better at the intersection? I don't know, because if I was driving down the street and I saw a guy walking across, I think I could see him better, seeing as how I'm not distracted by all the other cars around me and a big flashing light telling me if I should go or not. So yeah, I really think it would be safer to just cross further down. In fact, I found that the further away you are from the intersection, the easier it is to cross, because when you're really close to it, there's always going to be like a line of cars stopped and a line of cars going, and you're never going to get a clearing. But if you're far away, you're much easier to get a clearing. So yeah. There's another thing I wanted to say about crossing the road. Oh yeah, I think the reason they that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think the reason they put the safe place to cross right at the intersection, I don't think it's actually safer to cross there. I think it saves them money because that little button thing with like the hand and then the crossing thing I told you about before, the crossing sign, it would take like a ton of money. Like, I think something like $300,000, something like that. Like, it's only $100,000 to move one of those telephone poles down the road. And so it was like, oh, we're just gonna, put it here because we don't want to cost so much money, and whatever. So they just say that that's a safer place to cross, is at the intersection, because they don't want to move those things down the road. Now, personally, I think those are really pointless. I really do. I mean, if you seriously need one of those to be crossing the road, you should not be crossing the road at all. There's something wrong with you if you can't see when there are no cars coming and then safely cross. That there's no need for that, and drivers never pay attention to that, or at least I don't think they do. I mean, I don't. It's a real pain in the butt, and then there could be a time when it tells you can go, but there are plenty of cars coming, and there can be a time when it tells you not to go, but there are no cars coming. So it's just, it's like discouraging people from possibly crossing at a safe time, and then encouraging them to cross when it's not safe at all, because those things don't know if there are cars coming or not. They don't. You still have to wait till it's clear anyway. So there's seriously no point in having that there at all. And on top of that, like, what point is there in having, like, jaywalking laws? Like, I can understand making a law against running red out in traffic, but it's like, seriously, like, there's really no point anymore for jaywalking, because people just find the safest place to have to walk, cross the road, and then just cross the road. So, anyways, yeah, that's ultimately my opinion on crossing the road and things work out. And for now, I'll feature Zane.